What's up, YouTube audience? Your boy Dread is back, and I want to give y'all my review on Wildcard Weekend and my divisional round of the NFL 2012-2013 playoffs. Now, I got for Wildcard Weekend, I got 3 out of 4 of my predictions right. The only one that I got wrong was the Washington Redskins and Seattle Seahawks, and that one kind of broke my heart because I wanted to see the Redskins go far. I mean, because like I said, despite the fact that they were playing at home, they were the underdog, against the Seahawks. I mean, it was RW3, Russell Wilson, against RG3, Robert Griffin III, and the Redskins came out spitting fireballs. They came out, guns blazing. They racked up 14 points in the first 8 minutes in the first quarter. I'm like, man, if this keeps up, then this is gonna be a complete blowout, and the game won't even be watching once the third and fourth quarter start. But the thing that really slowed them down was Robert Griffin's injury, and from what I'm reading right now, I think it's a MCL tear. I mean, he's been having knee problems like ever since the eighth week of the regular NFL season. They've been playing him hard ever since then. But I think that's the only way that they can effectively use him because he's a quarterback with wheels. He's a scrambling type of quarterback. The only way he can really move the ball is if he runs or if he throws short passes. But that ended up being his downfall, and telling how long how severe this injury really is or how long he's gonna be out. I guess it don't matter now since the season's over for the Redskins. I mean, but Russell Wilson, he's no slouch either. His scrambling game is bananas, and don't even get me started on Marshawn Lynch. I mean, Marshawn Lynch is a bull. That guy is a real dangerous running back. I mean, he's probably even more dangerous than not Willis McGahee, but well, he's probably a little bit more dangerous than Arian Foster at this point. I mean, but then again, we'll see. But yeah, I got the Texans-Bengals game right. I mean, that one was predictable. Like the same thing happened last time. The Colts kind of disappointed me a little bit too. Even though I knew the Ravens were gonna win, I thought they were gonna put up a bigger fight than that. But then again, the Colts offense could not hold up to the Ravens defense at all. They had no answer. A bunch of incomplete passes, a bunch of I think it was maybe 1 or 2 turnovers, and they absolutely shut down the Colts running game. They had no answer for that at all. And they said probably the most boring game of Wild Card Weekend was the excuse me, was the Green Bay Packers versus the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, after the first quarter, it was over for the Vikings, and I pretty much agree. I mean, the Green Bay Packers, as always, you can't let them go off. You can't let them, get off like that because in the playoffs, they're a whole new team. They are an unstoppable force. But anyway, for my divisionals, let's go on to the first game. Let's see, we got the Ravens versus the Broncos. Wow. To me, this probably gonna be the most interesting matchup. I mean, in these divisionals anyway. But I mean, because the Broncos, I mean, like I said, of course you got Peyton Manning, and their running game is nothing to sneeze at either. They have a very, very good running game, and I think they actually have a better running game than the Ravens themselves. I mean, but I think that Peyton Manning will be able to read their defense perfectly. I mean, he's no stranger to the Ravens defense. I mean, we've seen that in playoff games before when he's playing with the Indianapolis Colts. But you got Ray Lewis. I mean, he's about 95%. I mean, and God bless his heart because he's retiring after this season. But all in all, I would have to say that the Broncos are gonna win this game by, I'll say, 8 points. 8 points or more. That's just me. Now we got the second game. For the AFC title picture, we got the Texans versus the Patriots. Now, this will be the second time that they meet up, in this, in the regular, not the regular season, but it'll be the second time that they met up this year. And we all know what happened last time. It was a complete and total shutdown by the Patriots. I mean, the Texans couldn't do nothing with them. But I think we will see a little bit more of a competitive game this time, just because of what's at stake. But I think the result's gonna be the same. Call me crazy, but I think that, the Patriots are going to win this game by 3 points or more. It's going to come down to that much. I think The Texans want it bad enough to make it debatable and to make it a real competitive game. But at the end of the day, the Patriots are gonna pull through. I mean, if they can get past the linemen, if the Texans can get past the linemen and they can get past the linebackers on when they're on offense, then they got a chance because they secondary ain't worth shit. They offense, now the Patriots offense is on another level. The defense for the Texans has to step up if they want to really win this game. But other than that, I see the Patriots winning by 3 points or more. Now, moving on to the NFC title picture, we got the Seahawks and the Falcons, a team that quote unquote wasn't supposed to be there against the highest seed team in the AFC, well in the NFC. Now, Michael Turner, he's a phenomenal running back. He's pretty much carrying a lot of the weight for the Falcons. And Matt Ryan's just a genius. I mean, some people say he was the second coming of Peyton Manning, besides Andrew Luck. But the Seahawks, I mean, I don't think their defense. I think their defense is evenly matched. Their defense is evenly matched. But this game is going to come down to turnovers and whoever can make the most plays on defense. It's going to come down to mistakes with this one. This one is probably going to be the hardest one for me to judge. But I say the Falcons by 6 points. Now, this game, I wouldn't be surprised if I got my prediction wrong for this one. For the Green Bay Packers and San Francisco 49ers. Now, these teams in the past couple of years have had some wars, some battles, some real knockdown, drag-out fights. And, the games between them are never, ever boring. For one, it's going to be a real high-scoring game because both of these teams, they mirror each other perfectly, in offense and in defense. And this is going to be another one of those games that come down to the last final second. I think that out of the games that's left, that this is going to be the only game that goes into overtime. And with that being said, I believe that this game is going to be won by the Green Bay Packers in overtime by 3 points. I think, they just have that much to prove. And I think that, that this is going to be another step closer to them going to the Super Bowl again. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think. This is my divisional playoff predictions and my AFC, NFC Wildcard Weekend review. Y'all tell me what you guys think. Leave your comments in the comment box of who you think is going to the Super Bowl and what you think of my predictions so far. Alright, anyway, I'm out, y'all. Thanks for watching. Peace. Be back with more videos soon.